Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy Washington Desencion. For those of you who don't know me, I am an American expat. I live in the Dominican Republic. I love helping people to understand how they can create passive income. I love helping people to understand cryptocurrency and other ways of investing in the markets. And so today I want to tell you about something really cool that I have been using that has literally really helped me to free up time as well as given me the best returns when it comes to investing in the market. Okay. It is a cryptocurrency hedge fund. And what I want to do today is walk you through a couple of things so that you know everything that you need to know about the Novatech platform so that you can make a decision on whether or not you'd like to invest in this crypto hedge fund. So first, let's go over a few things. So one of the things that was really important for me was being able to have location freedom. I love being able to live on an island. I love being able to create my own schedule. I love being able to literally live my biggest dream. And so in order to do that though, I really did have to figure out a way that I was able to create a passive income, right? Because I didn't want to be sitting and watching charts all day. I didn't want to sit and not enjoy life. And so having an opportunity to create a passive income has been one of the ways that I'm able to literally live abroad. So the question I like to ask my clients and I like to ask people who are thinking about joining this platform is, what would it do for you if you had the ability to create a cash flowing investment, or if you had another investment account that was literally growing your money so that when you get ready to retire, you have another stream of income. All right. So if you can really understand the power of that, this is going to help you to really understand the power of Novatech. So first of all, there are a lot of different investment options out there. I've used all of these guys. A traditional savings account is going to give you anywhere from 0.01 to 0.06% a year. Even the best that I've found give you about 0.75% a year. The best IRAs give you anywhere from 2% to 2.70% a year. And even when it comes to 401ks, on average, people are getting about 3 to 8% per year. And so for a lot of us in the crypto space, we know that there are a lot of ways that you can make money with crypto that's a lot faster than that and actually will give you a better return. One of the things I love about cryptocurrency is that it was created by the people for the people. If you really look at the first cryptos, they came about around 2008, and that was around the time of the last recession. And people were angry and upset that the government literally bailed out the banks that had kind of gotten us into that whole situation in the first place. And so crypto was a way to create another type of currency. And now we have many different types of currencies, right? But a different type of currency that was literally peer to peer, where I can send someone money and I can do things the same way that the banks do. And so when it comes to cryptocurrency and different options, when it comes to making money, there's several. Most of us get started with investing. That's putting your money in and allowing it to grow, just like the stock market. And for those of you who got in on Bitcoin early on, even with the current market dips, you are still in huge profits, right? You've gotten huge returns. I got into Bitcoin when it was at $17,000. And so even though it went up to 60,000 and came back down to 30,000, guys, I more than doubled my investment, okay, just from investing in Bitcoin. And so when you start looking at, okay, well, what are some ways that I want to make money in the markets? You can do investing. You can also stake your cryptocurrency. That's where platforms will literally pay you interest payments for staking your crypto on their platforms. You have the ability to loan out your cryptocurrency just like a bank. You can loan them out for certain percentages. I do that. Also mining, guys, there are devices you can literally plug into your wall in your home and it will literally mine crypto for you. And so now you've got these income producing assets just from purchasing one time. But the most lucrative way that I've actually seen people make money from cryptocurrency is through crypto trading. Because of the volatility of the crypto markets, it actually makes it a perfect place for people to earn a lot, but you have to really know and understand the markets. You have to know how to trade, and you have to a lot of times have a lot to invest because the crypto market moves so quickly. And so what I have found is an amazing solution for all of that. It gives you the ability to make money in probably the most lucrative way when it comes to cryptocurrency, but it's a little bit of a safer option for those of you who might be new to trading. Maybe you don't want to even learn how to trade, but you still want the option to be able to make money in the crypto markets, okay? And so that's where I'd like to introduce Novatech, this crypto hedge fund that was started in 2020 by Reverend Cynthia Pettion and her husband. Okay. So one of the things that I know, I've been in the crypto space for a while. I've had great success. I've actually been burned by some platforms as well. And so this is what I want you to know. You want to make sure that you know who the CEO of a company is. You want to make sure that you know their leadership team. I've actually had an opportunity to be on calls and speak to the CEO and understand the vision of the company, understand how the company works. And so you want to make sure that if you're getting involved in any crypto platforms, you have the ability to see those things, okay? They're entrepreneurs and traders. They also own a company called SmartBit that owns 90% of the Bitcoin machines in the South Florida area. Like most hedge funds, they actually hire traders that trade in the markets, in the crypto markets, okay, for the investors. So as an investor, all you have to do is put in your investment. It is pooled in with the rest of the hedge fund. The traders actually trade in the market, and then the company gives the investors a weekly return, okay? Their companies are also registered with FinCEN, which is the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. And on average, guys, we've been getting 2 to 4% returns weekly on our investment. And what I'll do in a few seconds, I'm going to actually take you through the performance reports so that you can see it for yourself while you're making a decision. One of the things that I really love about this crypto hedge fund, guys, is the weekly return. The fact that you can make an investment and almost immediately, okay, I'm talking every single Friday, you're going to go ahead and be sent a return on your investment. Now, one thing I would like to say, a small disclaimer, we do not make any promises, okay? When it comes to investing, there are no promises on how much you will earn, all right? There's no promises that the company won't actually have a losing week, even though they haven't had one so far. I just like to make sure that everybody understands when it comes to investing, there's always risk. So you want to take calculated risk, and I will show you how to do that in a moment. So first, let's actually go in and take a look at the platform and our performance reports. So this is the Novatech platform. Now, when you log into the platform, you're actually going to see information about other ways that you can trade on the platform as well. Today, we're really talking about our PAM account, which gives you the weekly return on investment, okay? And so guys, if you go over to where it says performance reports, you have access to all of the performance reports for the company. I like to look at the company as a whole. I could tell you, hey, well, this is what we've been able to do over the last couple of months, but let me just show you since even the beginning, okay? So I'm gonna go down all the way down to 2020, okay? And if you look at these performance reports, I want you to remember something. This is weekly, okay? When we were looking at your savings account or your IRAs, those were yearly annual percentages. And I want you to see what this hedge fund has been able to do for our investors, okay? So we're gonna go back to October 2020. On that week, guys, the company earned 3.58%, okay, for the investors. The next week, they earned 3.97%. The next week, 3.44%, 3.7%, 2.46%, 3.84%. So you see it changes, guys. It's not always 3%. Sometimes it can be lower than that, and sometimes it'll be a lot higher than that. But on average, we have seen that this company gives about 3.7% every single week, okay? 3.61%, 3.01%, 4.03, 3.32, 4.2, 2.8, 3.44, 3.78. I'm telling you, this has been absolutely amazing. And part of that is because you guys know for a couple of years, I was working with a lot of investors, teaching them how to trade in the markets. And one of the things that I really realized, guys, was that a lot of people just didn't have the time to learn. And so this became a great resource to them. And I do want to show you recently what we've been able to do for our investors, just because if you haven't seen, crypto has actually lost about $10 trillion, okay? People lost 11% in their 401ks in the last couple of weeks, but I want to show you what we were able to do for our investors. And I'm so proud and happy of it. 3.06% is what investors got last week, June 3rd. The week before that, 2.84%. And so that's why I want you to understand, like, if you're going to have your money sitting somewhere, at least it should be growing, and it should be growing at a great rate. Now, what I would like to do is show you what this really means, because I understand, you know, seeing 3.2% or 3.5%, like, what does that really mean and what does that look like? So I want to play around with a couple of numbers, because people always ask, what should I put in? How much should I put in? The lowest amount that you can actually start a Novatech account with is $100. I do want you to understand something though. If you're talking about getting 3% back per week, you're talking about $3. Guys, you can't even buy a Happy Meal with $3. I really want you to think like an investor. So when you're trying to consider what it is that you want to do and what it is that you want, I first want you to start thinking about, what's my freedom number? What's my retirement number? How much do I need to have coming in every single week to live off of if I really wanted to retire? So let's look at some figures, okay? Because on average, they say that the average person has about $1,000 to $5,000 just sitting in their savings account, getting 0.01%, right? So let's just plug that in just to see what it looks like. If we were getting 3% per week, okay, and I like to use 3 years because that's about the time I've been actually learning how to trade. And for most people, if you're thinking about investments, it's been said that the average investor doesn't get a return on their investment back for anywhere from 3 to 5 years. So let's use 3 years, and let's just say that you were compounding weekly, or reinvesting weekly is a better way of maybe saying that, okay? If we were to calculate that, let's take a look at what that brings us to. So $1,000 would bring us to about $100,000 over the course of 3 years, not tomorrow, not next week, but over the course of 3 years. I do want people to understand something. Crypto investing is just like any type of other investing. This is not some get rich quick scheme, okay? You have got to have patience and diligence when it comes to investing. So how does that work, okay? So when you're investing, let's say $1,000, that first month, you should be getting about $136 in interest. Again, no percentage is guaranteed, but we're just going off of what's happened in the past. So if you're getting in about $136 for the average person, it doesn't make sense to pull that out of an investment account. Would you pull that out of your 401k? No, you wouldn't. And so if you're reinvesting, that means the next month, you are actually investing with $1,136. So when you're getting that 3% weekly, it's off of a higher interest rate. I'm sorry, it's off of a higher balance. I apologize, okay? And so that second month, you're getting about $155, okay? Now, there's a couple of things I always tell investors. If you're thinking about investing in anything, okay? Number one, what's gonna be your return on investment, all right? When are you getting in the project? When are you getting out of the project? And when do you get your money back, basically, your initial investment? When can you literally see a complete return on that? And so with this platform, if the percentages keep the way they were, over the past, 2.5 years, guys, right at around the 6-month mark, guess what happens in this platform? Your money pretty much doubles in about 6 months, okay? So wouldn't it be smart for you to go ahead and pull out your initial investment? So if you put in $1,000, wouldn't it be smart to go ahead and pull out that $1,000? You can take that and put that back into your savings account if you want, or wherever else you wanted to put it. And now you've got $1,000 sitting in your Novatech account that is actually making money for you. So whenever my mentors used to say, Tammy, you have to learn how to make your money work for you. You have to learn how to live off of the interest of your money. That's true financial freedom. I finally had a platform that's easy that everybody can use in order to do that, because now the interest off of my money is literally creating my lifestyle. So I have been in this platform for about 5 months, and guess what? I've actually been able to pull out all of my seed investment already. Okay, so from this point on, I am literally living off of interest. So every time I take a withdrawal, that's just interest on my money. My initial investment is already back where it was in my bank account. Okay, so let's look at some other numbers. Okay, let's look at about $5,000, because a lot of people will say, that they have about $5,000 maybe sitting in there. So again, 3 years, you're talking about $500,000, okay, over the course of 3 years. You're talking about, if you never reinvested, if you simply just withdrew every single week so that you had extra income coming in, you're talking about $600 coming in, $683 a month. For somebody, that can be paying off debt. You might have it right now just sitting in a savings account because that's where you want to save your money, where you can continue to save it here, but at least you're getting more than 0.01% per year. So you're talking about $683 that's coming in interest every month. So you could reinvest that, or you could withdraw it every single week so that you are paying down your debts, okay? Same thing around the 6 month mark, you're going to have about 10,000 in there. So you can pull that 5,000 out and just live off of the interest at that point. Also, let's look at the 12-month period. At 12 months, if you were to just focus on reinvesting for 12 months, you've got about $23,000 sitting in your savings. Okay. If you withdrew that, you still have about 17,000. So let's go up here, 17,000, and you've got over $2,000 that's coming in residually every single month, even though you've already taken out your initial investment. That's why I love this platform. The average person will come to me because they're like, man, I want to live on an island. I want freedom. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to quit my job. And I said, what's your freedom number? Most people will say it's in this area right here between $5,000 and $6,000. Well, with a $5,000 investment, if you are reinvesting every single week, you're talking about 18 months. 18 months from now, you could have the ability to have your freedom number if that's your freedom number. Okay. So the question really becomes, okay, how much do you need to earn? How much do you currently have right now that's sitting somewhere that's not providing interest for you? And should you, switch it to something that is going to provide more interest? Let's take it up a little bit higher. Let's do 10,000 because we've had quite a few people put about $10,000 in to start their accounts. And what I love about that is, guys, when you're talking about in 3 years, and this is solely reinvesting, this is not withdrawing anything, solely reinvesting, you're talking about over $1 million. Okay. Over $1 million. All right. From your fund, you're talking about hitting that freedom number of $5,000 to $6,000 in 12 months. All right. So it still takes time, guys, but in 12 months. All right. And so what I like about this, guys, is every single week I get the ability to make a decision. I withdraw or I can reinvest. Okay. And for me, honestly, because I live off of this income, I live off of my crypto investments, I do what's called an 80-20 rule. So I take 20%, and I reinvest it. I put it back into my Novatech account, and then I withdraw 80% so that I can live off of. That's to pay rent, pay my bills, eat. So that's how I do it. There are a lot of people who will solely reinvest, and some people who will do a combination of the two. There's some people who don't withdraw until they double their account, which is about that 6 month mark. They take out that initial investment and then they just reinvest because, again, that's just interest. If something were to happen, that let's say the company went out of business or something, let's just say something crazy did happen, guys, they've already gotten their initial investment back. So that's what I love about this platform. The last thing I'm going to do is talk real quick to the people who might be losing money in their 401k. All right. So for those of you guys who right now you're looking at your 401k, oh my gosh, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down. I had someone on my team, guys, who had about $55,000 in an account that was losing interest for her. Okay. She signed up for Novatech, and I just want you to show you guys what that could potentially look like as a monthly interest payment. There are most people who own real estate who don't get, that amount of money. So if you've got money just sitting somewhere not doing anything for you, this is definitely a platform that you should want to take a look at. All right. So with that said, let's just address a couple of questions and wrap this up, okay? So number one, how much should I invest? I just kind of went through some numbers with you. So definitely just take a look at what is your freedom number, figure out where you want to start. For some of you, you might want to try the platform out with a couple $100s just to see if that's is great, and then reinvest or add some more later on. That's totally fine. People do it all the time, okay? What is the risk? So when it comes to investing, guys, there is no such thing as no risk. And if anybody tells you there's no risk, then you probably should run. Let's just say it that way, okay? So there's always risk. We cannot control external things that happen to us. So what we want to do is we want to control the things that we can, how much we put in, and what do we do with our initial investment, okay? So I always tell people you should always have an investment account anyway, that you're saving money for opportunities to invest. Don't take money out of don't take your rent money, obviously, and put it into this investment account. You want to put in whatever you have that's extra that you want to actually grow so that it can bring in cash flow for you. Okay. The second thing is, as soon as you can, get your initial investment back. Again, I love this company. I love the leadership, but I'm not the CEO of the company. I want to make sure that my money is protected at all costs. So I protect myself from companies by making sure I always get my initial investment back. So focus on getting your initial back as quickly as you possibly can. Okay, pull that out, do whatever you want with it, and then live off of the interest. When will I get my money back? Just like I just showed you, right around the 6-month mark. If you are reinvesting every week, you should potentially be able to do that. You can just go ahead and start withdrawing every week as well to do that as well. How do I fund and withdraw? This is a crypto hedge fund, so you do have to have cryptocurrency. Don't worry, if you don't currently have cryptocurrency, it's easy to purchase. You can use Coinbase, Kraken, Uphold, even Cash App. I think most Americans have Cash App on their phone. Well, guess what? Cash App now allows you to buy Bitcoin and send it over into the platform. If you need help with that, I'll be happy to help you with that, or someone from my team will definitely be happy to help you with that as well. How do you withdraw? If you go onto the Novatech platform, there will literally be a button where you can cash out, and it's going to come back in cryptocurrency. But in the same way you traded your US dollars for crypto, you would do the opposite. You're going to trade your crypto back for US dollars. And that's how I get paid every single week. How do you get started? I will put a link right below this video. You can literally click that link. There is a registration form. You will have to complete that registration form. And once you've completed that registration form, you can literally fund your account. Is there a startup fee? No, there is no startup fee to get started. All you do is fund your investment account. Most investment companies or agencies have some sort of management fee, right? That's how they pay for their staff and make sure that the company continues to run. And what I love about this company is that the management fee is only $25 a month. It doesn't come out of your bank account or anything like that. It comes out of your earnings. So I don't even really notice it every single month. So that's how you get started, guys. And that's mostly the questions that everyone has. And so again, I'm just to reiterate, if you got Cash App or Coinbase account, you can literally buy Bitcoin or Litecoin, purchase your crypto, complete the registration form, and then transfer it into the crypto hedge fund. On Friday, you will be able to withdraw or reinvest your interest payment. So I always like to end with this, guys. What would it be like if your money was truly working for you? Guys, what I love is finding ways for people to actually make their money grow faster and work for them. Because I started studying and learning how to do this, guys, I replaced my corporate income. I now trade and travel all over the world. And then I pandemic-proofed my life, guys, because during the pandemic, when other people were out of work, things were going crazy. Literally, I had the ability to make even more money because I had my money working for me. So what could it do for you? Because you may not want to move to an island, but perhaps you want to have another college fund for your kids. Perhaps you want your retirement account to grow faster. Perhaps you just want a little bit more freedom. You don't want to work as much. What is it for you, and what could this do for you? That's the real question that you have to ask yourself, okay? So thank you so much for taking a look at this call. And if you are going to be joining us, welcome to Travel, Trade, Invest, where we are an amazing investment group that's teaching you how to grow your money, how to start businesses, and we go and we do it in the most beautiful places in the world. Thanks for watching, guys. And if you have any questions, please use the calendar link below and go ahead and set up some time to speak with me. Have a great day, everybody.